Is there a ceiling to how high a country's national debt can go? And if so, does the United States hover dangerously close to that limit? Welcome to a journey through time as we trace the trajectory of the U.S. national debt. The story begins in the late 18th century. Post the American Revolution, the U.S. found itself in debt to the tune of $75 million, a considerable sum for the time. This was the first instance of the nation borrowing to finance its needs. Fast forward to the 19th century, the Civil War played a significant role in pushing the national debt to a new high. By the end of the Civil War in 1865, the debt had ballooned to a staggering $2.7 billion due to war expenses. The 20th century brought with it two world wars and the Great Depression, each leaving a significant imprint on the national debt. By the end of World War II in 1945, the national debt had risen to $260 billion, a number that was approximately 120% of the GDP. In the 21st century, the country has grappled with the financial crisis of 2008 and the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, both of which have necessitated substantial borrowing. As of the close of 2023, the U.S. national debt stood at an astounding $28 trillion. In this journey, we've seen the U.S. national debt grow from a modest sum in the late 18th century to a figure in the trillions today. The reasons have been many: wars, economic downturns, and public health crises, to name a few. So what are the main takeaways from this exploration? First, the U.S. national debt has been an integral part of the nation's history, growing in response to the country's needs and challenges. Second, while the absolute value of the debt has increased over time, its relative importance should be evaluated in the context of the country's GDP. Lastly, while high national debt could pose potential risks, it is not necessarily a sign of economic weakness. It may also reflect a nation's ability to borrow at favorable terms to finance its needs and investments. Remember, every coin has two sides, and the U.S. national debt is no exception. It is a complex issue, intertwined with the economic, political, and social fabric of the nation. The question is not merely how high the debt is, but also how it is used and serviced. It's a topic worth understanding, for it shapes the future of not just the U.S., but also the global economy at large.